The preseason is over and the next White House race is officially underway. After more than a year and a half of early moves in the 2024 presidential election cycle, the starting gun has been fired with the conclusion of Tuesday's midterm elections. And one of the biggest and most heavily anticipated moves in the burgeoning presidential race is expected to happen next week. Former President Donald Trump at a rally in Ohio on the eve of the midterm teased that, "I'm going to be making a very big announcement on Tuesday, Nov. 15 at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Palm Beach, Florida." Trump told Fox News and a handful of other news organizations on board his 757 airliner late on Monday night that, "I didn't want to interfere," suggesting a likely formal announcement on 2024 would have distracted from the midterms. Longtime GOP consultant David Cockle, a veteran of numerous presidential campaigns, told Fox News that it appears that Trump is going to push his chips on the table within a week or two after the midterms. And then we're off to the races. Trump has been constantly flirting with making another presidential run since leaving the White House in January 2021. At rallies across the nation in support of his endorsed GOP candidates in recent months, Trump has discussed the potential for a 2024 run and has repeatedly said, "I may have to do it again." The former president has also repeatedly made unproven claims that his 2020 election loss to now President Joe Biden was due to massive voter fraud. Nearly 2 years after his re-election defeat, Trump remains hands down the most popular and influential politician in the Republican Party and also the most ferocious fundraiser who holds immense sway over legions of grassroots donors. And poll after poll indicates that Trump would start out as the overwhelming frontrunner for the GOP nomination. However, Trump's standing in the GOP and repeated 2024 teasing hasn't kept other potential Republican White House hopefuls from making moves toward launching presidential campaigns. Former Vice President Mike Pence, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, former South Carolina Governor, and former Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley's son, Ted Cruz of Texas and Maryland Gov. Larry Hogan are among the possible White House hopefuls who have made multiple trips to Iowa and New Hampshire, the first two states to vote in the presidential nominating calendar. Besides a potential Trump announcement the week after the midterms will also see the first real Republican 2024 cattle calls. Up first is the Republican Governors Association's annual winter meeting, which is being held this year near Orlando, Florida. Among those attending, who have said they're mulling a White House bid or who are viewed by political prognosticators as potential contenders, are governors Ron DeSantis of Florida, Glenn Youngkin of Virginia, Kristi Noem of South Dakota, and Hogan, as well as Gov. Chris Sununu of New Hampshire, Asa Hutchinson of Arkansas, and Pete Ricketts of Nebraska. At the end of the week, as first reported by Fox News late last month, 11 GOP politicians whom pundits view as potential or likely contenders for the 2024 GOP presidential nomination will attend the Republican Jewish Coalition's RJC annual leadership meeting in Las Vegas. They are Pence, Pompeo, Haley, Cruz, Pence, Rick Scott of Florida, Tim Scott of South Carolina, and Bill Hagerty of Tennessee, DeSantis, Hogan, Sununu, and former Gov. Chris Christie of New Jersey. One potential contender's already dropped out. Sen. Tom Cotton of Arkansas said Monday that family was really the only consideration in his decision not to seek the presidency in the 2024 cycle. "This is not the right time for our family for me to commit to a 6 to 7 day a week campaign for the next 2 years," Cotton told Fox News in his first interview Monday that the Army combat veteran and rising GOP star took himself out of the running. It appears that not everyone's ready for the action to begin. Asked whether it's a good idea for Trump or any other potential 2024 contender to announce so soon after the midterm and if Trump would clear the GOP presidential nomination race, Sununu told Fox News on Tuesday. I don't think anyone really cares and he does not clear the field though. Anyone who wants to run is still going to run. And the popular New Hampshire governor emphasized that anyone who thinks it's a smart idea to announce a potential presidential bid after the election but before Christmas, it's just the worst time you could possibly do it. My sense is the former president needs better advisors if that's what his strategy is going to be. Kuckel noted that Trump's clearly the heavyweight. He's the big foot in the field. But he added that the former president is not going to clear the field. He's going to accelerate people's timelines for deciding whether they go or not go. I think you'll have some people who say they won't run because Trump's in. He's going to have one or more serious challenges who are going to make a run at him. And Kuckel said, I would imagine by the end of the first quarter of 2023, we'll probably know who's really going to get in.